Right now we're in Brest France, and we have had a week that is really unexplainable to see how these people respond to what the Allied forces and the American forces did here. Today is a very big day for Buck. He doesn't know this is happening, okay? There's a picture of him in a World War II magazine where he's entering a home in street fighting in Brest with his men. They're all gone except for him. So he wanted to come back and get a picture taken in front of that house, okay? So what's happening? He doesn't know all these guys are coming. This is the reenactment team of the 2nd Infantry. He doesn't know nothing about this, okay? We're laughing. We're laughing because all week we've been doing stuff with this guy. I get a little carried away because you have no idea what it's like this whole week, different places. I mean, they gave him the flag off the American cemetery, okay, in Normandy, and there was people everywhere. It was just unbelievable. So I'm going to find out what we can do. Hey, Rick.
Okay. No, in the bar. Okay. How are you doing?
Hey, what we'd like to do is have you guys stand right there.
Yep, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Merci, monsieur.
He will take care of it. He knows what to do.
Good. All right, good. So,
it's a very strange picture, no?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. So it's going to be very exciting.
Yes.
Because he doesn't know this.
Yes. Okay, it's a surprise.
Yeah, big surprise.
Okay, it's good. Okay.
It's been very hard emotionally because he went through everything. We followed the whole combat field up here, and this is the final thing. He doesn't know this is happening, so it's going to be something else.
Yes.
Tiger Company, 1st platoon, attend, hop!
I don't think. Where's the car?
The car, they're all riding with us, Buck. All those guys came down here for Buck Sloan, 2nd Infantry, 38th Regiment.
Second to none.
Yeah, second to none. These guys came all the way out here for you today because you fought here 78 years ago, right here in Brest, France, and helped liberate this city and the rest of the world with the Allied forces. Give them a nice big hand. Come on there, folks. Let's clap for this man. Hup, won't. Buck, look at those are actual weapons, okay? And that gentleman there is the one who's responsible for it. He is completely in charge of the reenactment program, and they did this for you, buddy. Get up there and shake some hands, Buck. Yes, sir. You get up there, buddy.
Hello again. I will introduce you to the lads. Yes, a little different, a little bit. Yes. It's our lieutenant, well, in charge, and we'll be leading your escort. We will provide the tour guide and your personal security as well. Yes, he was there last night.
Hi, sir. Hi, sir.
It's very hard to explain the emotions you have, really. When you go to the actual places where the fighting took place, you see the buildings, you still see the bullet holes, and you see the whole thing, and you can picture the people, and some of the older people, you know, they just mesmerized that these guys are like Buck was here.
He was in Brest.
And that's what these guys do. They're allowed by the government to carry their weapons for specific historical purposes. And so this is very unique. This has never happened, and Buck is one of the last of the second. In fact, he is the last 2nd Infantryman to be here after 78 years. So to do all this, and now over here we have the Jeeps. You know, we have the Jeeps over here. And then in Normandy the other day, he drove a Jeep down Normandy. Normandy's like no other place. Extremely historical. It's just like it was when it happened, except it's 78 years later. We're going to actually follow them. They're going to be with us all through the day, throughout the city of Brest. And we'll have concluding with a final ceremony at the end where all the dignitaries will come out. And Buck will then sing his special songs dedicated to the 2nd Infantry. Well, it's interesting. We're going to take off now and just keep going all through Brest where the 2nd Infantry fought. Been interesting, very interesting. Of course, this is our VIP car. The flag, Buck, the whole 9 yards. I mean, that stuff is worth money, man. Look at that beautiful Harley. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Battalion of the 73rd won the 2nd Medal of Honor for the 2nd Infantry Division, right? That was Staff Sergeant John G. McVeigh. Again, yeah. So you can guess from the view, you have a clear line. The German doctrine was you put your second-rate troops behind a bunker or manning the machine gun in fixed position, and you leave the elite troops, like the paratrooper, in the rear. Once the American attack the hill, then the German counter-attack to sweep you off the hill before you take a foothold and reorganize the defense. And they also call in their own artillery on their own position. So all these, when we say it's a front line, je soupçonne du côté de la colline 105 autour de Ménès-Oralan. Il a capturé un officier allemand en balançant des fumigènes. Il a réussi à choper le mec par hasard dans son trou. Il l'a capturé, il l'a forcé à aller chercher ses mecs pour qu'ils se rendent. Et au total, il a capturé 31 soldats allemands tout seul. Donc, a hero.
Yes, on the right, it's an old boat factory.
Oh, really?
Military boat factory.
Oh, yeah. How far are we from the submarine bases?
The submarine bases is just behind.
Oh, I'd love to see those.
And this is the factory right there, where they prepared the propulsion system for the boat.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And this is one of the places where the Germans fought the last day of the battle.
Ah, okay.
They surrender here.
Okay, good.
The whole of German fortification, it's
Yeah.
Yes. He said every German fortification is very strong.
Yeah.
With the best concrete in the world.
Oh, yeah. Well, even in America,
Yes.
when they built certain bridges, they got the cement from Germany.
Oh.
Really, yeah.
Friday evening, traffic jam.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. We can talk and get video. If you do some research here on in Brest, that's where so much heavy fighting was, and the 2nd Infantry was one of the main combat units here, and that's where Homer Cox was, and of course. Yep, I'm fine, buddy. I want to try to get a good video of Buck and his car with the thing. When we get a chance, maybe pull over a little bit, let them by, and then we'll pick up Buck and the guys.
Okay, no problem. You just have to tell us what you want to do.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we'll
yeah.
do it.
On the way, what
Okay.
we'll do is we'll pull over, and we'll get in front of Buck's car.
Okay.
Very good. Whenever you feel comfortable. So now I'm going to take a ride with the boys through town. As I said, they've been with us all day. The gentleman on the right, he's the one who runs it. He has all the information. These are reserve men. And that Harley runs pretty good, man.
No, this is the castle of Brest during the 17th and 18th century.
All right.
They built it to protect
The harbor?
the harbor
Yeah.
from the English attack.
Oh, okay.
Because at that time the English were our enemies.
Uh-huh.
So they put some castle like this all along the
Okay.
French coast
Yeah.
in order to protect the coast and the harbor.
No,
But-
during World War II, the Germans took a hold of that.
Yes,
That must have been hard to break
yes.
in.
Because behind the wall there is a very luxury house,
Oh, okay.
and now I don't know how to translate as it's like the chief of the French Navy
Okay,
in Brittany
Okay, okay.
lives here.
Oh, okay.
It's like the headquarters of
Right.
the Navy,
Right.
and it's also a part of it is a museum
Uh-huh.
of the French Navy.
Now, during the war, and when the Germans had a hold of it,
Yes,
they had to be fought out.
some officers,
Uh-huh.
some Kriegsmarine
Oh, yeah.
officers
Marines, yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Okay. Good, very good. Hey, Buck. We got Buck in front of us now. Thank you, man. You did a great job. Medal of Honor.
You can't imagine what Buck represents for us in Brest.
Uh-huh.
You can't imagine, because all of the city was destroyed,
Uh-huh. Yes.
and so many people were killed.
Uh-huh.
So to meet a veteran like Buck is so incredible for us.
Yes, sure. He's the last one.
Yes, I think.
Yeah, they're not 2nd Infantry.
Yes.
I know 1 or 2, but they're not as sharp as he is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he'll live to 100. He lives on this kind of stuff.
Yes.
If he knows he has to come back here when he's 100, he's going to come back. You know?
And that's very nice to see that he has all of his brain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
His brain is very functional.
Yeah, yeah. this area here is a church that was completely held by the Germans, okay?
Yeah.
It was 3 days of very heavy fighting. You can still see where the rockets hit, and all the gray things is where the bullets have been filled in. But from here to the cemetery, which is out there behind that, it took 3 days of solid fighting, and they lost many men here. So the historian, who knows all about the, is bringing Buck back in to remember what happened. So this church here, at that time, was filled with snipers everywhere, German snipers, okay? And you look at the little gray spots here and there, you'll see where the bullet were, but that's where a rocket hit, and just underneath there. So these are, as I said before, people are really supportive.
Matthew.
I just think, man, those subs used to go through that water. Hey, those... Okay, 78 years ago, this is the place where Buck. Oh, yes, we shut the door. Okay, we're going to retake that picture. This is what you see all over France, different places you go. Man, oh man. It's an old Sherman there. And the weather's starting to change on us. Hey! I got to get the Kang out of here. Okay, so the car's over here. Bring the car. We're going into another museum now called the D-Day Museum. We went to one this morning, but this one is just as good. They're just everywhere. It's just amazing.
See the chairman. Look, try to look at the chairman.
The wheelchair is there.
Yeah. He made his days.
There is the press, so there are many questions. So maybe you can help us. Hein? Il parle français aussi. D'accord, ça c'est très bien.
Welcome.
Bonjour.
Hello.
This is Buck.
Hi.
Okay.
Hey, hi, everybody.
This is the press for you.
The French press.
French press, television, radio,
Media, everything.
newspaper.
Oh, it is?
That's why you.
It's a pleasure too.
Newspaper man?
Yeah.
Vas-y Diego, on suit le...
Follow me, I don't know what they're gonna do with it.
You can get anything you need here. You can get it here. This is incredible.
We're going to
I do.
1-year-old man behind me.
He's with you.
This is my boy. Not really my boy. This is
I was born in Belgium.
we came over here 3 years ago. He took care of me.
And this
Do
one,
you want a wheelchair for the visit because it's a long museum?
it is?
Yes.
Oh, shoot.
Maybe?
I think I better. Yeah, to be safe, man. We're taking a trip through the Normandy Museum. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the ultimate experience when you come here, because you will see things as it actually was, and you feel like you're actually there. And I'm not kidding you. When you walk through the cemetery with 9,380 men, it just blows your mind. You cannot comprehend what it was like. And the sad thing is that people are forgetting all about it. That's why these museums are so important.
This one, the soldier, he called on it, 38th Infantry Division.
Look at
Same regiment as you. Wow. Scratched inside.
C'est bon, hein? Incredible. Oh, sorry. I'm serious. If you come here, you'll never be the same. I have a goal. I want to bring my grandkids here, show them what it was really like. Look at this thing, 8mm. This was the fiercest thing during World War II. The Germans 88. Look at that. And I met a guy that I knew, the vet, he's dead now. He told me about when an 88 shell hit next to him, blew part of his leg off and killed his friend. I'll never forget him. All this stuff is left over. Look at that, like you're looking through the window. Incredible. The British with the Germans. Look at that. Wow. This is the best museum I've ever been into. Bunselwagen. The museum just goes on.
Okay, so hello, I am Francois. I'm working here at the D-Day Experience Museum, and I'm a guide and do different things. And on your request, I'm going to tell you a few words about my own family that was involved in the events here in Normandy on D-Day. One of my great-grandfathers, he was a member of the French resistance. He was collecting intelligence on the coastline, and he was arrested by the Gestapo in May of 1944. He was put into prison, and he was tortured and interrogated by the Gestapo up until June 6, 1944 on D-Day, when he was murdered by the Nazis. Still, my father's side and family, one of my great-grandmothers and one of my great-uncles, they were killed in the air bombings in the vicinity of Omaha Beach on D-Day as well. So, as I was saying, this is a real honor and privilege to have a veteran here today in the museum. So, thanks again.
No, I'm just no private with a BAR.
Thanks for your service, sir.
Right now we're on the D-Day Museum, which is the second museum, okay, and very interesting. I just saw the best movie I've ever seen done on Normandy. It was 45 minutes long, but it was so well done, and it was in 3D, and it really helps you understand the combat that went on here in France, in this whole area, you know, Normandy and all these different cities around here. And it was just a tremendous, I can't explain it, it's hard to believe. And of course Buck here, my good buddy right there, Buck, he's been treated like a rock star here.
Okay, what we're going to do is that we're going to head to the other end of the room so that we can go this way.
Yes.
You see this? This is Dick Winter's jacket.
Oh wow, no kidding, eh?
And this one is Forrest Gut.
No kidding. Isn't that something? Unbelievable. All original stuff too, look at it.
You see this flag? It's the same one as in this picture.
Yeah, yeah, isn't that something? Most of the stuff in here is all original. All original. If there's a gun here, they actually have the original soldier or GI that fired that gun. This was all donated, and some mostly by families of the original owner. So it's quite an experience to see all this.
We're gonna start the visit from there.
And of course, my leg gave out, and they have been just so gracious. They've been giving me a wheelchair, and it's just been incredible. Really, it has. No.
Right, so back to the museum. So as I was saying earlier, actually, most of the museum is dedicated to the airborne troops, since we're right in the middle, in the center of the airborne sector. So most of the museum is dedicated to the airborne troops, and in particular the 101st U.S. Airborne Division. So the very first part where we were is mostly dedicated to the preparation of D-Day,
Right.
and afterwards the visitors go through the briefing and the flight simulator, which is a 7-minute recreation of the crossing of the Channel aboard a real C-47.
Wow.
And afterwards, the visitors get into this room right here, which is dedicated to the events that took place, the actual events that took place on D-Day and after D-Day.
A mighty 88. This thing is something, whoa, the most frightening thing out there. You hit the side of a Sherman with that and it just blow the turret right off of it. Another Panzer. Look at that thing.
Benoît, on est là.
Very well done, the museum.
Yes.
Best one I've ever seen.
Oh, and this afternoon we'll go to another very good.
Really? Wow.
Yes. I've got a lot of contacts.
yeah, you keep us.
I've organized everything.
You did a good job.
Did you ever hear of Blood and Guts?
Yep.
He got us sent in a small tank.
Yeah.
And he had dragon's teeth welded on it, about 2.5 feet long, real sharp.
Yeah.
3 of them on the front end of that tank, and they'd come up to that hedgerow. And just root that road out, and that tank would go on through it, and quit coming in behind. I just wanted to add that. Y'all understand me?
Yep. Yeah.
That's bigger than City did.
We don't understand you.
Okay.
He can translate.
Was is op Schweinekop?
It's really well done.
Yeah, this is excellent. It's just amazing, really.
Seems so real.
It's like real. Look at all the gas. That's what it used. And that's the Germans ran out of fuel in the Battle of the Bulge. And isn't that something? This is I've seen a lot, but this is the one that really intrigued me more than anything. It's unbelievable. Yeah. This is all stuff that was saved after the war from crashed planes. Everything. Messerschmitt motors. Incredible. 50 caliber machine guns there. Just
That's Oscar right there.
Yeah, SS.
C'est lui que... Oui, c'est ça. Ouais. C'est son accent.
You see how they try to make them authentic, like the blonde hair. And inside of that carrier over there, which we just filmed a minute ago. But this is a very intriguing, as I said before, Seth.
Yeah. C'est pour charger le câble de télévision.
That's the motor out of a Thunderbolt. And that's Lieutenant Marvin Rosfeld. And this is dedicated to him. That's the motor out of his Thunderbolt. And those are his, he passed away, but those are all his medals. Purple Heart, and Flying Cross, and everything else.
I believe it's got a B12 in it. B12 in it.
Yep.
You got video of it.
Quite a museum, eh, Buck? Unbelievable.
Ça, c'est Robert qui m'emmène de...
We landed on 6 June 66.
It's on, yeah, it's
You have 2 wheels on the back.
closed cab. That's,
You have a closed cabin.
I stood up and pulled out the throttle, and I held on that way. Held on the water came over here.
All right.
Lieutenant, I'll leave the door open. As soon as you get the latest weather report, send it over to me immediately. Soldiers, I need your attention. If the weather forecast is confirmed, in 5 minutes, you will be in the air, heading for France. You understand me? This is not an exercise. Tonight, we will be dropping over Normandy. You might as well call it California, or Kentucky, or West Virginia, my own state. Because we're fighting for something bigger than all that. A place with no borders, no limits. It's called liberty. If we should fail here and now, it will be our countries, our homes, our people, and the rest of the world who will fall and be trampled by the boots of fascism. Now, let's turn our attention to the mission. Our objective is counterattack. As you can see from the map, this village is a crossroads for multiple lines of communication. It is extremely strategic as it is between 2 U.S. landing beaches, Omaha and Utah. We must seize control, hold, and defend this position until our infantry can relieve us. We will be flown in by Colonel Krebs of the 440th Troop Carrier Group, consisting of 45 aircraft made up of 4 squadrons. We will be the 16th and last in our division to drop. This means by the time we hit the ground, the element of surprise will be long gone. So, be ready for the welcoming committee. And just in case you're wondering where I'll be, look at the first aircraft right ahead of you. To accomplish this mission, you will need courage, sharp instincts, a little luck, but most importantly, you will need your gear. Without it, you will not last long. Your helmet. You will be authorized to remove your helmet and use it as a champagne bucket once Hitler has surrendered. Until then, I do not want to see your heads. Your life vest. If for some reason something should happen midair and your bird does not make it to dry land, it will come in handy. Believe me. Your weapon. Your munitions. 1 frag grenade, 1 incendiary grenade, 1 gun, 1 anti-tank mine, and 2 knives. The jackknife. This is to cut away your chute once you've landed. I want you to always keep it handy. No guns tonight. Those are your orders. You have all been trained on how to dispose of your enemy quietly. So, I do not need to tell you what to do with a large knife. No prisoners tonight. They will only slow you down. One, cricket. We will be under cover of night. It will be foggy, and visibility will be less than 3 feet. Before attacking an approaching shadow, make certain that shadow is not a friendly. It is out of the question to speak, so use this code. 1 click asks, and 2 clicks confirms a friendly. This cricket could save your life. Do not lose it. If you should lose your cricket, memorize the passwords. If you say flash, you say thunder, and then the response is welcome. I guarantee you, no German will be able to correctly pronounce these words. So, if you hear thunder or welcome, kill it. Dog tags. So we know who to send our condolences to. One dose of morphine. If you are wounded and an enemy hears you scream, you will not last long. Use your morphine. It is in your med kit. This is your med kit. Do not use it for another wounded soldier. Use his kit. I hope you never have to use it. Captain Morgan will distribute 2 anti-motion sickness pills. The flight may be bumpy, and we don't want you losing your lunch on the plane. Make sure you have all of your... Excuse me. Yes, Lieutenant. The weather report's not great, but since we're not going on vacation, this will not postpone the mission. Soldiers, the operation is confirmed. The Supreme Commander, General Eisenhower, has ordered us to go and asked me to give you this message. Sergeant, pass this message out. Tomorrow will be the 6th of June, 1944. I can guarantee you this will be a date remembered throughout history. Failure is not an option. There's no one coming after us. The fate of the world is in our hands, here and now. Men, I'm not a religious man, and I do not know your feelings on the matter, but I would ask you all to pray with me now for the success of the mission ahead. God Almighty, in a few short hours, we will be in battle with the enemy. We do not join battle afraid. We do not ask for favors or indulgence, but ask that, if you will, you use us as your instrument for the right, and an aid in returning peace to this world. We do not know or see what our fate will be. We ask only this, that if die we must, let us die as men would die, without complaining, without pleading, and safe in the feeling that we did our best for what we believed was right. Dear Lord, protect our loved ones and be near us in the fire ahead and with us now as we pray to you. I'll meet you all next year in Kansas City at the Muleback Hotel. It's time to embark. The engines are warmed up. Your taxis await you. Good luck. And I will see you all on Drop Zone D. Move out.
Merci. Wow. Oh, yeah. Man. Okay. Yeah, merci. Wow. Can you imagine that? Oh.
Je me demande si au milieu ce serait pas mieux pour lui. C'est peut-être mieux au milieu pour lui. Parce que c'est là où on est le plus de
So this is what it would be like. This is actual simulator. So you're going to feel what it's like being in a C-47.
Are you ready?
When the
real man jump without.
Contact.
Merci. Okay. So we all get to sit in here. This is an actual simulator, but the plane was actually used in dropping the men off from England to Normandy. So it's quite a deal. You must. You're my friend. You're my girlfriend. You're my French friend. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
So many surprises. Ah oui, j'ai la tienne, pardon.
Tu vois, ça n'a pas.
Wow.
Tu vas prendre un abonnement, c'est tous les jours.
Oh man.
Attends, moi je...
Something in
Ça
it.
c'est par là.
Yeah. Okay.
Rémi, tu prends des photos, hein?
Go back and get two more. D47, C47. And then you have pull in the glider, they turn them over, and they find a place to land, but most times they just crack up. I've seen too many of them.
Okay. Okay. Shh, yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Get ready to be dropped above Normandy. Hope you'll have a safe travel. Good luck and Godspeed.
Thank you.
Ready to jump?
Who's going to say the prayer?
Oh man.
Somebody say the prayer, somebody.
Lord, save us during this trip.
There you go. Lord, save.
Amen.
There is no atheist.
Yeah.
Second division.
Oh, they're firing up the engines now. Ooh.
You bootleg.
Wow. Man. That was something else.
Moi aussi, je meurs de chaud.
Oh, wow. Woo.
Wait.
They're heading, the bullets are heading the plane.
Randy, wait.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Wow. Woo. Whoa, merci. That was whoa, that was awesome. Oh man.
Mais il fallait vivre au moins.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
You have to do that once in your life.
Yes, oh yes.
But it is
Wow. I'm treated like gold, believe me. They've been treating me everywhere like this ever since my leg went out. Merci, monsieur. Merci, monsieur.
Good afternoon, sir. I am representing the Commander-in-Chief for Atlantic Ocean. I am Rear Admiral Debray.
Wow.
Welcome in Brest. Yeah. Have you been here before?
This is first time.
First time here? Okay. Oh, thank you very much. I've been working with the US. Yes, we are waiting for you.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
All people are for you.
Il y a déjà un tas d'années. Alors chers enfants, merci d'être venus si nombreux, en tout cas, pour rencontrer ce vieil homme. Ce vieil homme qui est l'histoire aussi de notre ville. Je vais laisser la place à Ronan Urvoas Sauvage pour qu'il puisse vous en dire un peu plus sur l'homme qu'il fut, qu'il était, ainsi que sa division. Merci à vous, on peut l'applaudir fortement.
Okay, Buck Sloan, welcome back to Brest after 78 years. It's a pleasure to have you. We've been in contact for 20 years, but finally made it, and you plan another trip next 2 years when you be 100 years old. Donc, Buck Sloan n'est pas revenu à Brest depuis 78 ans. On a été en contact pendant 20 ans et on devait planifier une visite. Ça s'est pas fait. Aujourd'hui, il est là. Et il planifie une prochaine visite dans 2 ans quand il aura 100 ans. Et il va visiter la bataille des Ardennes pendant 3 jours en Belgique. Moi, personnellement...
There was a second division in World War II.